Imagine walking out your local grocery store and a complete stranger hands you a $20 bill. Sounds like your lucky day, right? But later that day, you check your bank account and discover that $6,000 has been drained. And when you call your bank to report it, they refuse to give you a single penny back. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you exactly how a $20 bill is used to drain your entire bank account in under 30 minutes, why the banks are legally getting away with refusing to pay you back, and the 5 things that you can start doing today so it never happens to you. And number 5 is not only good for your bank account, but it's also good for your back. You gotta check it out. Hey cyber heroes, welcome back to the channel. I'm Boyd Cluis, internationally recognized cybersecurity expert, and I'm the guy that the banks don't want you to listen to. Today we're breaking down the grocery store scam that's turning a routine trip to Ralph's into a full-blown financial nightmare. And here's the wild part. These scammers are literally paying you $20 to rob you blind. That's the worst ROI you could possibly get. In fact, it's worse than the gym membership that I paid for in January that I've only used twice. So like this video and subscribe to the channel right now, because what I'm about to show you is happening across the country and the banks have found a legal reason to do absolutely nothing about it. It just so happened to be a Tuesday. A woman named Sarah was doing her grocery shopping at Ralph's in Van Nuys, California. She got her groceries, she paid at the checkout with her debit card, entered her PIN, grabbed her bags, and walked out to the parking lot. Seconds later, a lady that she's never seen before approached her and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, you dropped this crispy $20 bill right here." So she handed Sarah the $20 bill and she looked at it. This whole interaction took about 5 seconds. Now here's where things get scary. 30 minutes later, thousands of dollars were gone from her account and her daughter Jennifer's account, drained at a Chase Bank branch miles away. And then Chase told her they weren't giving her a single penny back. Their exact reasoning: the correct PIN was used, so the transaction was legally authorized. Which made no sense to her because she wasn't there to authorize this transaction. But let me be real, she wasn't the only one. Irvin Nelson from Reseda had the same exact thing happen at an Albertson days later. $5,986 gone. Same response from Chase, not our problem. Dozens of victims, same stores, same $20 bill, same answer from the banks. Now, before you get too deep and mad at Chase Bank, you really need to understand the mechanics of this and how it works. Because once you understand the mechanics, you're gonna realize there's a very specific legal reason these banks can say this with a straight face, and it's the thing that nobody is talking about. Let's break down the psychology of this. Why does this $20 bill scam works on just about everybody? Now, I've made videos about this before. This scam has resurfaced because it works. So let's talk about it. This is not random. These scammers aren't just handing out $20 bills because they feel like it. They're exploiting something called reciprocity, which is a deeply wired human instinct. When someone does something nice for you, your brain wants to immediately respond. It's not a choice, it's a reflex that's been wired in us for millions of years. So when a stranger hands you a $20 bill, your guard drops. Your brain shifts to gratitude mode, your eyes go to the bill, and your hands stop guarding your belongings. And for about 5 seconds, you're completely distracted. You're not even aware of this. 5 seconds is all they needed. So the second part to this, these are not just random opportunists. This is an organized operation, so let's break down how it works. First, they scout high traffic areas like Ralph's, Albertsons, Walmart, Target, busy checkout lines, crowded parking lots, lots of noise, movement, the perfect cover. Step 2, they work in pairs. One person gets in line directly behind you at the checkout so they can shoulder surf you. Now, when we're talking about shoulder surfing, we're talking about scammers looking over your shoulder, literally, and watching you put in your PIN. This is exactly what they're doing because they're gonna need it for the next part of this scam. So just to be clear, they're watching your hands as you type all 4 digits of your PIN. 1 digit at a time, that's all it takes, they got it. Step 3, once they have your PIN, they follow you into the parking lot. The second person approaches you with the $20 bill. Your eyes are focused down on the $20 bill, your hand leaves your bag or your pocket, and this is where the criminal magic happens. In the time that it takes you to look at the bill, the person has already swiped your debit card with a dummy card. You won't discover anything until you try to use it again. By the way, this is the ultimate pickpocket trick. It's sleight of hand at its greatest. And if you don't think this is possible, you should really do your research. This is bad here in the US, but this type of pickpocketing is so common in Europe. So now that they have your debit card and your PIN, they drive to your bank branch, sometimes multiple branches, and they maximize the ATM withdrawals using your real card and real PIN until the daily limit is hit or the account is empty. Now, for curious minds, let's talk about this. The legal reason your bank won't help you. Here's the part that nobody explains, and this is why I've been saying for years, do not use your debit card. And if you do, use it as credit. When you use a credit card, fraud occurs, the law protects you. It's the Fair Credit Billing Act. You dispute it, the burden is on the bank to prove the charge was valid. You're almost always protected. But when you use a debit card, you fall under the Electronic Fund Transfer Act, and here's the critical difference. If a thief uses your debit card with the correct PIN, the bank can legally classify that transaction as authorized because in their system, the PIN is proof of identity. Because the fact is, it's the equivalent of your signature. Oftentimes people say, boy, but isn't my money protected by the FDIC? It is. From bank failure, not from scammers. So let's be clear. The scammer didn't hack your bank account. They did not break your digital security. They watched you type 4 numbers in and then physically stole your card, which means the bank's fraud detection system never gets flagged. The transaction looks completely legitimate. This is how Chase can look Sarah in the face and say she authorized it because technically, under the law, someone used her credentials to make that withdrawal, and that is the loophole that these scammers are operating inside of. Here's exactly what you need to start doing right now to make sure this doesn't happen to you. Number 1, cover the keypad every single time you enter your PIN. Use your free hand as a physical shield. I don't care if it feels weird. If they can't see those 4 digits, the stolen card is completely worthless to them. That one habit alone could have stopped every single victim of this story I just told you about. Number 2, if a stranger hands you money in the parking lot, don't look down, keep your eyes up and your hands on your belongings. Say no thank you and keep it moving. Nobody's giving out free money out of the kindness of their heart. There's always strings attached. And number 3, use a credit card for groceries. I say this in every single video because it's the most important thing I can tell you. Credit card fraud, you dispute it, you get your money back. The law's on your side. Debit card fraud, with the PIN, you're walking into a legal fight with the bank that's already set up to win. Number 4, set up real-time instant transaction alerts on your bank app right now before you finish watching this video. Let me be clear, not text messages, use the app because scammers can use those text messages too. If your card gets used somewhere and you're not there, you'll know in seconds and you can freeze it immediately and report the fraud. Seconds matter here. Number 5, this one will help save your bank account and your posture. Keep your debit card in your front pocket or a zip section of your bag, never in your back pocket. I actually had a meeting with my chiropractor because my back was hurting me some years ago. And what I found out is if you're a person that likes to keep your wallet in your back pocket, eventually your spine will start to shift and it will cause you back pain. So to this day, I don't keep a wallet in my back pocket, and so when I'm sitting down, I'm nice and elevated. Think about that. You didn't know you was coming to Sherlock Homie to get some health tips, but you just did. If a $20 bill in the parking lot can drain your account, imagine what a device you literally can't see at an ATM would do. I made a video about ATM skimming that you can't detect with the wiggle test. You can't see with the naked eye, and the banks won't reimburse you. Over 700,000 of you have already watched it. Click right here or here, wherever it is. Watch that video and share this one right now with everyone you know who shops at a grocery store, which is literally everyone you know. Stay safe, cyber heroes. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.